Video surfaces on Facebook that appears to show an officer kneeing a handcuffed suspect. That's the video right there. Witnesses say this happened yesterday on Cooper Road in Jackson. So far, officers haven't said why the suspect was being arrested. We reached out to JPD about this video. They sent us a statement saying, in part, an internal affairs investigation is underway at this time. It will be addressed as a personnel issue through our disciplinary process.
The officer was responding to a disturbance call at the Dollar Tree near Highway 18 when he brought the weapon you see on the screen, an AR-15. That officer now under investigation. Frightened customers ran for cover Thursday when one JPD officer burst into this dollar store with an AR-15 assault rifle.
The police just came through the doors telling us to get out.
The officers responded to a disturbance call.
Chief Vance says they're not even supposed to have guns like that.
They are not to be used by these officers.
Vance told us assault rifles are only supposed to be issued to SWAT team members.
We've started an internal investigation into where this officer got this weapon and why he had it on duty.
Thursday night, after the officer ran into the Dollar Tree with the assault rifle, the patrolman raced across the street with the rifle trained on a parked car in the gas station. The man inside, terrified.
Yeah, they came with guns, you know what I'm saying?
This is an AR-15 rifle. It runs about $800, and it's similar to the one the JPD officer had at the dollar store. A veteran law enforcement officer tells us this is a tool every policeman should have in their arsenal.
Because first line of defense is your patrolman. They're going to run across stuff before a SWAT team can ever get there, and they need these kind of weapons to protect themselves.
It's not necessarily problematic that they had the weapons in their possessions. They may own them, but they cannot use those weapons while they are on duty for us.
Brad
Now, Vincent Lampkin was accused of beating high school basketball standout John Knight III during a traffic stop back in May.
John Knight III says he is happy justice has finally been served. Knight says back in May he was pulled over by Lampkin, then says the former officer threw him to the ground and assaulted him before letting him go without a ticket or citation. Today in court, Lampkin says he was not in the same area where Knight said it happened. He also accused Knight of running red lights and running away after being pulled over. After giving testimony, Lampkin then cross-examined the man he's accused of beating.
Yeah, I wanted to blurt somebody in court, but I probably, the way the judge was today, I probably would have got in trouble. But yeah, I was just like, that don't even sound like me. Like, people who know me know that's not me, so.
In the end, the judge handed down a 1-year sentence for the former officer. Lampkin will have to pay $1,000 in fines. A happy Knight walked out of the courtroom with his family, who have continued to be his biggest support system.
And it was just a terrible incident. I'm really glad it's come to an end so my son can stop having to fly back and forth from Utah to Jackson and missing classes, and now he can really focus on becoming an accountant and hopefully playing basketball in the NBA.
Gerald Mumford, the Hinds County prosecutor, says everyone is aware that there are good cops in the city of Jackson and throughout the United States. Still, he says it is important that those who commit injustices are held accountable.
I'm pro-law enforcement. We value the work that of our law enforcement officers throughout the county, throughout the state. But we won't put up with officers who violate our citizens. The citizens have to believe in our law enforcement. We have to have public confidence. And so I want the citizens of Hinds County to know that we're going to hold our law enforcement officials accountable.
Lampkin served as a police officer with JPD for 6 years. He was found guilty of simple assault and simple assault creating fear. He will serve his term immediately. In studio, Shay O'Connor, WJTV 12.
You